Hello, and good morning, and good day. Go to partneroncall.com. When you get there, search for Let's Demystify Pre-LOI Due Diligence. You'll go to a web page, click the link, you can download a free report showing all 38 topics. You're about to listen to some of them. This offer expires soon, so take advantage of it. All right, I'm Ted Leverette. I'm the original business buyer advocate. I'm not a business broker, never have been. And for more than 30 years, I've been helping, over 100,000 entrepreneurs and advisors worldwide. They've bought my books, they've taken my trainings, they've hired me. We handle things like creative finance, deal making. I personally coached about 1,000 clients, and this is important. I've trained 298 independent advisors. They don't work for me. They're not in my company. I trained them to better serve people buying and selling companies.
My name's Dan Precourt. As Ted mentioned, I'm a self-funded searcher. I'm currently active in my business search process. I started my first business when I was 21, and it's a business we still operate today. And a couple of years ago, I sold a business that we built over a 10-year period. And now I'm looking for my next opportunity.
Hey, why do you think I get hired? Almost nobody hires me because they just wake up one morning, they want to buy a business, and they say, you know what, I need a really great advisor. They hire me when everything goes wrong. So here's what goes wrong. What goes wrong is whatever you're doing or the other side of the table does, it shouldn't be done because it's going to stifle the opportunity. And these are two things: overdoing it, which too many people do in preliminary due diligence, and underdoing it, which is what the people who don't know anything do. So look at, David said it, you got to get a read on the expectations of the seller and buyer. And you better get the expectations of the broker down too, if there is one. What is their respective scope and timing of desired outcome? You need to ask them. Don't guess, and get an agreement on the scope of this preliminary due diligence, the timing for it, and what they expect from it. If you don't do that, you're just leading them blind. Owners get real nervous about this. Meanwhile, other buyers are chipping away. Remember what I told you.
It's important, Ted, to say on that scope issue you're raising is let the seller know, I'll have lots of due diligence questions later, but I'm simply focusing on the things that are most efficient. Read between the lines, most important to me, but you're not going to say that. The things that are most efficient to get a small amount of information to be efficient and get you the LOI as quickly as possible. So on your point, Ted, about the long list of due diligence, don't throw that away, save it, but highlight a few things that are really important to you. And Ted, you're right, but I think you should tell them ahead. Hey, I only have a few things I'm going to ask you about now before the LOI. There'll be more later.
I'm going to make one more point. You know, this relates to what I said at the beginning of this program. Please write this down. The non-financial factors trump the financial. It doesn't matter what the financials say. If you screw up, or the seller or the broker screws up the relationships, the non-financial factor, there will be no deal. And the non-financial factors, I created an acronym called CELBS, C-E-L-B-S, customers, employees, landlord, bank, suppliers. That's where the action is. These are the people that know the truth about the business. Did you notice the owner's name wasn't in there? Or the seller? No. Customers, employees, land bank. So what we're trying to do in this preliminary due diligence, and sometimes we have to get it filtered from the owner, we're trying to get a reading on that stuff. Okay, look, it's like peeling an onion. Yeah, you have that big list. We're trying to build rapport. Yes, you're going to have to touch on a few touchy issues, but if you camp out too hard on it, man, you're talking to an owner and this is his baby. So be careful about that. When you can blast them maybe at the end of formal due diligence when you're hammering out your purchase agreement, which differs from the LOI, but don't do it in pre-LOI or you don't get a chance. Hey, Dan, you want to come in here? Have you seen how it's important to delicately handle issues and mostly what? Relationship build? You there?
Absolutely agree. I find it really fascinating, actually, if you use a light touch at the beginning, particularly when you're first meeting these folks who are a little less prepared to just do that rapport building and relationship building. And next thing you know, a lot of the questions you might want to ask, they're telling you.
You know, what's happening in this due diligence, particularly the preliminary, it's unique. That's why I don't like these checklists, these long lists of questions. It's going to be unique to your kind of deal, your kind of company, what kind of transaction you want, and who the people are. If you don't tailor make your pre-LOI due diligence around those variables, you're pissing in the wind, okay? Okay, now, but wait, one more thing. I only have about 100 more words. As for underdoing it, if you fail to probe some of the most important issues, you get to spend money for that LOI. And if you underdid it, it means you didn't learn enough. Sellers will eagerly sign those things because they love your errors and omission, and they get the negotiating advantages. Okay, so remember David said valuation drivers, you better write it down, because good luck trying to change them after the LOI. You better get that stuff discussed. Just keep in mind, I'm done on this pre-LOI stuff. All you're trying to do is set the stage for deal making and to capture the attention of an owner so you can control the time to do the deal you want.
Hey, you. That's right, you. Have you been looking to buy an exciting and profitable business? Are you tired of searching, but only finding barriers that impede you from owning a wonderful business? Well, have we got some good news for you. You can find and buy the right business the right way. And you don't have to go it alone. For over 30 years, author and transaction advisor Ted Leverette, the original business buyer advocate, has been helping buyers worldwide achieve win-win done deals. Ted Leverette says, you can't buy it if you can't find it. You see, buying a business is all about search. Because if you can't find it, you can't buy it. It's about being best and first. First on the scene with sellers, and being the seller's first choice, and top of mind for brokers and sellers. And most importantly, avoiding buyer competition. What about having to compete with other buyers? Well, you have to outbid them, which is a good way to pay more than a business is worth. Searchers do better with a winning business buyer marketing plan, and that's where Ted Leverette comes in. He'll help you prepare a winning plan, and then he'll guide your actions so you can find and then buy the right business the right way. But searching is not enough. The reality is too many people buy the wrong business, or they buy the right business, but on the wrong terms. That's why, if you want to buy the right business the right way, it makes sense to have Ted Leverette, the original business buyer advocate, on your advisory team. And one of the best ways to know what the savviest searchers and buyers do is to read Ted Leverette's books, How to Prepare Yourself and Find the Right Business to Buy, and How to Buy the Right Business the Right Way. You can get them at his website, partneroncall.com. Don't chance it. Right now, go to partneroncall.com, get the books, and schedule a free and private telephone conversation with Ted Leverette.
You can do better if you contact me and we build or improve your searcher marketing plan. You can learn more about searching by reading my book, How to Prepare Yourself and Find the Right Business to Buy. And my other book helps you achieve worthwhile deals, How to Buy the Right Business the Right Way. You will save time, you will save money, you will achieve better deals if you do what the savviest buyers do. I'm available to help you deploy the tactics and strategies from my books. You can get them on Amazon. So, I'm Ted Leverette, the original business buyer advocate with Partner On Call Network. Thanks for listening.